No hat, just dimples.
Welcome, everybody, to a special edition of Luvafoodie LinkedIn Live. As you know, we usually have our shows every Monday at 4 o'clock Central Time. But today, because I have two very special guests, I decided to do a second show this week. So I'm honored to have this very karma spiritual angelic show today on Tuesday, May 3rd, to continue our show. So once again, my name is Michelle Mazzara. I'm your host, and let me introduce you our first guest, Linda Lane. She's a psychic medium, a well-known author, and also a hypnotist. Linda, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Michelle, and it's so nice, and I'm honored to be here, um, and I'm honored to meet both you and Jill. This has been so nice. My name is Linda Lane, and my middle name is Diane, Dianne, two N's. So my pen name is Linda Diane, because my books are about my journey, not the family's journey.
Great. And my second guest, many of you know her. She's very, very popular on LinkedIn. Everybody loves Jill Sullivan. She's a chef. She's also does Sunrise with Jill around the world. I think she created that during the pandemic. And Jill is also a very highly thought of, inspirational, influential person on LinkedIn. So Jill is also a friend of mine. Welcome, Jill.
Yes, we are friends. Good friends.
Yes.
Never really met you in person, but we're good friends.
Me
Hi, everybody.
too.
Yes.
I'm Jill Sullivan. I am a exec chef, and I'm actually got called into work today, so they made me take my hat off for this podcast. So I'm in the rough today, but it's great to be here, and thank you so much, Michelle.
Absolutely. And Jill, I have to thank you because you were influential, and you actually sought out me and said, Michelle, can we have a show with Linda? And you just had this maybe this intuition that this would be a good show. And I said, absolutely. I said to you many times, you can come on my show whenever you want. And so I have to thank you for connecting the three of us together. And the thing that we all share in common is we're all very spiritual women. And we also believe in angels. And we're excited to talk a little bit about Linda's first book today. Linda, tell us about your first book. It's called Hugs from Heaven. What is it about, and what inspired you to write it?
What inspired me? Well, you know what? I got messages from the universe, like constant messages to write a book, and I kept saying, I don't have anything to say. Nothing's going to be inspirational to me. And then one day it hit me. Yeah, okay, I'll do it. It was like I got a wackadoo on a cyber 2x4 in my head. Linda, do this. That started it all. And then I wrote the book to close the door to the past. And Hugs from Heaven it's about living, and it's about grief, and it's about tragedy, and it's about forgiveness, and definitely divine intervention. It's about forgiveness and love and so many things. And I wanted to just explain what a hug from heaven is, because we have gifts from heaven, which are heavenly gifts, or gifts from heaven called hugs from gifts, and God, things like that. But gifts from heaven are entirely different than hugs from heaven. Gifts from heaven are our family, our friends, our career, money, our homes, all material things like this. Hugs from heaven are a great source, and Jill posts Hugs from Heaven, even if she doesn't call it that, in her Sunrise Sunset initiative all the time. Hugs from Heavens are rainbows and love from the divine, and it's the universal language of so much. Hugs from heaven are things that make you feel great and beautiful and warm and loved and cuddled. And they're for everybody. And hugs, we can give hugs and through smiles and through acts of kindness and an actual hug. But hugs from heaven are all those things. It's warmth and it's love and it's nice. It's not gifts from heaven that we have and cherish. It's the hugs from heaven that mean more.
Right. It's kindness. It's rainbows. It's maybe a waterfall, it's raindrops, it's the rain, feathers. It's that's what I think about hugs from heaven are.
It's whatever is blessing you at the time. Hugs from heaven also are, if you're feeling in the darkest state. You should have brought my water in the darkest hours, and many of us have them, and you just feel like, I just want to be hugged. I just need a hug, and I need to know that things are going to be okay, even though you're taught that it will be, but you just need that hug. And that's when you sit and say, I just really need a hug. And then your energy around you will change. And it's just like, I always say the word divine, because not everybody calls God, or I call him God, but not everybody refers to it. So you get a divine warmth around you. Your energy changes, and it just feels like a hug. And so hugs can be given, hugs can be asked for. And you don't have to be down in the dumps to ask for a hug. You can just say, hey, I need a hug, good morning.
And I think, Jill, one of the ways you share what Linda's talking about is through those beautiful pictures that you garner from all over the world. People just started sending you these amazing sunrises. And that is also,
Yeah.
what do you think about that?
Well, like I've said before, and I'm probably saying it again, and people have heard it many times. And I'm so thankful for everyone that has joined the hashtag Sunrise Around the World, especially Linda for writing the quotes um, that I share up above in the captions. I was I was in a big depression, and I was sitting there at my kitchen table, and I thought, how can I make the world a better place during this dark time? And like Linda said, it's like a knock on the head. Um, I've always felt like I get inspired from the universe, God, and I always feel like I need to listen, and I never ignore that nudge, and it's turned into 518 wonderful followers who say that Sunrise Around the World has blessed their life in so many ways, and it's and I've really enjoyed Linda's spiritual and revelational and all those things that she writes on the pictures. And I always thought I would really like to meet her. It's been what, 2 years?
Yeah,
Has it?
it's been since COVID.
And you've been writing on every single one. And I always wondered what inspired you to do that.
Being with the ability to see further than most through the what I call the elementary eye of humans, I see further than that. I don't just see, if you see a tree, some people just see a tree, but what I see is energies. I see lights and energies, and then I see far beyond that. I see pain, and I see happiness and things like this. So when I was looking at the sunrise and sunsets, because I am so connected to the universe in so many ways, and like forever, that I read the messages, I get them, I know them instantly. But I was really, to be honest with you, I was surprised when I started to give an opinion, because people were saying things were beautiful and things, and this is how my brain works. It's beautiful, it's nice, this is wonderful, I've never seen anything like that before, but my brain says, why is it really beautiful? See, I'm kind of like a Sherlock Shirley. I want to know why it's beautiful. Why do I feel the beauty in it? Why do I feel the love? Why does it captivate me? And then I dig deeper and I look, and then I see things far beyond the capability of most. I can't write about them all, but that's what comes out of me when I see the pictures. And it's not I'm making up words or things like this. It just smacks me and it says, "Wow, Linda, here's your message today. Isn't this beautiful?" And I learned through the years that the message isn't just for the one person that's out their bedroom window and they say, "Whoa, look at the signs." It's for everybody. And that captivates me. So when I started writing my vision,
I noticed too.
no idea it was going.
I noticed too that you mentioned a lot of angels. Um, I noticed that you mentioned Raphael quite a bit. What angel is he?
For healing, and that's the color of yellow. Archangel Raphael, it heals. He heals emotional. He heals physical. He's just a healing when he'll heal the area around you and things like this. Archangel Michael is the one that I am in tune with, as well as Raphael. But Archangel Michael I met when I was teeny tiny, and I didn't know I was meeting an archangel because I didn't know an archangel. But I was in a situation and divine intervention took place, and I got this little message. Although I didn't see them, I could see telepathically, but I didn't see physically. I just heard, "My name is Michael, you're safe." And that's all I heard. And I thought, wow, I don't even know who that is. But I'm not telling anybody because they're going to think I'm really a wackadoodle. So, but I was too little to understand what it was. And later on, I was witness to a fatality, and divine intervention came again. And I was actually swooped away, and it said, "Remember me, my name is Michael, and I'm Archangel Michael." And from then on, since I was 12, we're buds.
So that's when, Linda, you felt you were touched at an early age of 12?
No, I've always seen angels. I've always seen angels because I've always lived amongst them. I've always seen them, but telepathically talking to them, but not somebody actually with a voice on earth that is an angel that comes to you and says, "My name is Michael." Like to hear that was like, but then when I saw this beautiful thing in the universe, that's where he appeared, and it was phenomenal.
So, Linda, let's move on to your second book,
Sure.
Strange Normal. Do you have that you could show that up to the camera?
Well, this is the first one, Hugs from Heaven. Can you see that?
Yep, that's very pretty cover. And these can all be found on Amazon, correct?
Amazon, all online stores, Barnes and Noble, across the globe, even in Spain, wherever. And it's only available. It's only available not in the what do you call it? Electronic or what? I don't. It's only available on hard copy. But this, can you see it?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
This is Strange Normal. What inspired you to write this book, and when did you write it, and what is it about?
Well, I wrote it quite a few years ago, but what Strange Normal is because so many of my clients, because I am a psychic. First, let me tell you, a psychic is different than a psychic medium. Okay, a psychic is intuitive and has strong intuition, and we all are psychic. We all have gut feelings. You can walk into a room and know that, oh, this isn't comfortable for me. You feel that. Or you see somebody and think, wow, I just feel anger around them. Or you just see something beautiful. We all have gut feelings. And on police stories and things like this, and going with my gut. But a psychic can sometimes predict what's going to happen in the future, but a psychic medium can't. A psychic medium lives in both worlds. That's why it's a medium. All psychic mediums live in the celestial realm and on Earth, in the human realm. And so I have been astral surfing my whole life, but I didn't know I was doing that because that was just who I am. I can transfer easy back and forth. So when my clients come, they say, wow, when did you know you were psychic? And I said, well, what? And that's why I wrote this book, to answer questions, because I didn't know the word psychic when I was growing up. And I didn't know, then I was different until I would talk and my views were different than others. And so I used humor because people would laugh at me. Then what happened to me was I became extremely shy and afraid to talk because I wasn't talking the same language as anybody else. I saw different things. But when I reversed it, from me being different than them, I went, wow, they don't think the same as me. And I reversed it, and then I came out of that shell and decided they don't see things the same as me. So I started to feel better about it, and then I learned how to communicate with people that don't have the same view as me. Strange Normal was written for that, to explain. And if I may, what I did in Strange Normal, just going to put this here, is I have a testimonial from one of the people that read it. Is it all right if I read it?
Absolutely. This is your show.
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, wow! Welcome to Linda Lane's show.
I'm just the host. That's why I do these shows. I like to have interesting people on with various different subjects and topics because there's something I think that I can offer to all the LinkedIn followers and viewers every week. And sometimes it's food related, sometimes it's travel related. Today it's,
Well,
intuition.
it's travel related. I travel
Yeah, so it's a little
with
that's what
wings.
makes the show so special. So yes, go ahead, share that.
Well, this is right from from Strange Normal that somebody had written and endorsed it, and it says Strange Normal provides a most thought-provoking description of phenomena and circumstances that will be of interest to the believers and non-believers alike. Linda manages to share with the reader the experience of her spiritual journey in a way that is both uplifting and provocative. So I don't know if that helps at all, but in this book, I have, I won't run through this whole thing, but I talk about the use of cards, oracle cards, and things. I do not use tarot cards, ever. I don't believe in tarot cards. Most of the time when my clients come, I can just sit and talk, and I don't need cards. But cards are used as a something to focus on, because when you have a client come in and you're sort of talking to them, they have no idea, where do I look? They get tired of looking at you. So I use these different methods, and one of them is rune cards. Rune cards are Norwegian cards. Playing cards. I use actual playing cards, and it's called Tara, Tara, which is the meaning of the kings. And through that, I gain a lot of knowledge. I do tea leaf reading. Ouija board, I do not do Ouija board, but I do talk about poltergeist experience about a Ouija board that in my Strange Normal book. Automatic writing and crystal gazing. So that is actually a crystal ball.
And you do have clients in Toronto, but just for anyone who's listening or watching, you do not take clients on via the phone or via the computer, because tell us why you don't do that.
I don't do that because I'm an energy reader, and technology will alter the energies, and so you will get a false reading. You might get some of the reading okay, but not completely. Technical interference interferes with energies regardless, okay? So I do only in person and only by appointment, and because I get to read, I do karma readings. Ooh, I wrote about karma, but yeah, but everything is in person.
Jill, have you ever had a reading before, a tarot reading or a psychic reading?
Have I?
Yes, yeah. One of it was about my father, who passed away May 1st, 2004. So May 1st, 2004, and then June 5th, 2004, we moved to Utah. And I always thought that God released him a month prior to us moving here, because I could never leave him otherwise. And I was actually with him when he passed away. I saw him take his last breath. And that was a special time. But I've always felt, pretty in tune with I don't know, the surroundings and who's surrounding me. And I felt like he was gone. I was there with him, but I knew that he was gone. He wanted to be gone. And and I get quite a bit, I feel him around me quite a bit. Um, can I talk about one of the things, like you said, have I ever had psychic or things happen to me? Can I talk about that now, or do you want?
Sure.
Okay. So I was
It's your
working in
show.
the yard. Linda will like this one. I was working in the yard, just doing some gardening, and I had this little tiny radio next to me, and it played this old time music. And I don't know why I turned on to that station. So anyway, I was sitting there, and I was just about to get up, and I heard Danny Boy. Have you heard that song before? Oh,
Yes.
Danny Boy, the pipes are calling. Well, my dad loved that song, and he used to sing it to me. He, in a silly voice, he used to look at me and say, just get spur of the moment, start singing to me. And I just started bawling because I knew that he was there. I just felt him. So I get up from there and I was going to go take a shower. And I passed my dresser where there was a CD by the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. So I took that CD and I put it in my CD player, and I sat in the bathtub and was listening to it. And all of a sudden, Oh Danny Boy came on again. And I think I cried for 20 minutes because it was so touching to me. And I knew that I knew he was there. So I loved my dad dearly. He was my favorite person. And so for him to come back that way to me was just so special. And yeah, so I feel pretty in tune with what's going on, and that's why I always listen. I sit and listen to the things that I'm being told. And actually, Sunrise Around the World uh, was inspiration. You know, I always think it was inspiration.
Absolutely.
So
Yes,
yeah,
it is. And hugs. It's really
and
hugs for
hugs. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I identify so much with your story, which I wrote about in Hugs from Heaven. I was in a snowstorm and I couldn't see anything, and the radio on the car went gone, like and headlights were dim and things like this. And I was actually named after the song "Linda" by Betty Clark, and and my father named me. And let's say there was nothing. Even the street lights were out, and it was really really scary. And then the song came on a radio that wasn't on, singing Linda. So I do understand.
The radio wasn't on and it came on. Wow.
With the song with my name, so I knew I was safe, and I knew.
Yeah.
So, Linda, I have a question for you. A lot of times when people pass, before they die, I know lots of people say to their loved ones, "Show me a sign. Show me a sign that you're in heaven or you're in a good place. Show me a sign." And it could be from a butterfly to a ladybug to a penny, to a heart, to the radio going on, to something coming on through the TV.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that? And do you think if people ask their loved ones that it's important for them to let them know, the ones that are still alive, to show me a sign that the spirit or the person will in fact deliver that? Because sometimes people die and they say, I don't see any signs. And I know people who have passed and they said they see signs all the time. Is it up to the person to ask for signs?
Good heavens, no. So what if they died in a car accident and you weren't even around them. How are they going to, okay? No, it's not necessary. Some people do it to satisfy them. Like, I just need to know if you're okay. Please let me know. Send me a bird or whatever. It's for the people down here. But no, it's not necessary. But I'll tell you what does happen. So your loved ones, whoever they are, no matter what age, even a pet, you will get either a scent of perfume that somebody wore, or a cigar smell, or just the you will sense their presence around them because the scent will be there. It will be simple little things like that. And that'll go on until you release them, until they know that you're okay and you will release them. They can't completely leave until you say, okay, I'm going to be fine, but please check on me now and again, and then they will. But you might just sit in your car and all of a sudden you'll smell popcorn and I think, wow, where did that come from? But maybe that was something that you enjoyed with this person, or maybe it reminded you of a place you went with them, or what things like this. So no, asking is for the benefit of the people that aren't going. But no, I wanted to tell you just a little bit. I don't know how much time we have, but when I was younger,
We have to talk about your finish that, and then we'll talk about your third book.
Okay.
We're good on time.
I saw lights all of the time, and I didn't know I was the only one seeing that because I thought everybody did, because you don't sit down and say, "Ooh, I saw lights around people." But later on, I learned that I wanted to tell you this because it was kind of amusing. I later on I realized it was energy, but I was too young to know. But when I talk about the colors in the sunrise and sunset things, and how powerful they are and how they bolt and they tell you a message, what happened to me and how I discovered that is quite, you'll get it, because if you're a shoeaholic, you'll really get this. My grade 4 teacher, I was in school, and that's when in my super shyness type time where, like, please don't ask me to ask a question because I just can't. She wore red shoes, and I was so fascinated. I'd never seen red shoes before. I was so fascinated. She walked around, I thought, the energy coming from these red shoes. I had no idea what the lesson was, but these shoes were phenomenal. And then I realized, oh my goodness, colors have energies and they're stronger. So you can imagine my delight when I saw the Wizard of Oz and Dorothy's beautiful sparkle shoes, and I thought, I'm going to get me some. Yeah, so it started this whole thing about, wow, why does that color mean something great to me? Why is that happening? Like, why do I feel so much energy from this color? And it all started out with seeing these red shoes. So, and my visions when I speak to people and see energies came from another source. I was a summer student at a police service, and my first job there was to type serial numbers on mugshots. That's fun, huh? Except my Sherlock Shirley decided, wow, I wonder what this person did. And so it studied the face, and then most of the time it was right. I turned, it turned it over, and that was it. But that started the whole thing about, wow, I developed my abilities. So I just wanted to share that because it was kind of different.
Nice. Thank you for sharing. So, Linda, let's talk about, because I'm kind of giving 15 minutes to each segment of your book.
Yep.
Now we're in the third book, which is When Karma Knocks at Your Door. Where did Linda go? Oh, yeah, there it is.
I'm here.
She's behind
I'm
the
at
book.
the door.
When Karma Knocks at Your Door. And I think
Answer.
we've all experienced different things that feel like karma in our life. And I'm assuming the book is about karma, but why don't you explain to us why you wrote the book and what it is about?
Actually, the first book was the hardest to write because I wrote it and then I didn't want to release it. The second book was to explain to my clients. Karma was a book I needed to deal with why things were happening and what the heck is karma. And I wanted it to be my friend. And then I learned karma is not. First of all, karma, there's no bad karma or good karma. It's positive or negative. And it's a universal law that is exact. It's cause and effect, and you might carry karma from another lifetime, or because you didn't really deal with it then. But it's what you put. It's like a boomerang. What goes around comes back. Okay, and so that's what karma is. But it's also our learning tool. Karma is our teacher. It's not our destroyer. We have karma so that we can learn how to get past obstacles and move forward and make it your friend. I In my book I labeled karma as a dragon.
Is it what?
As a dragon, like
As a dragon. Okay.
and you know, like Dumbo, the elephant has this feather and he thinks, wow, he can only fly if he has that feather. Well, I took a silver spoon and I thought I can fight the dragon with this silver spoon. And the story of David just says he can fight the giant with a stone, then I can use a spoon. And it was just about being powerful and things like this, but understanding why are things happening, what was the cause, what's the result. And so I talk about what caused this in my life, what lesson did I learn from it. And I use a lot of quotes from William Shakespeare because what a magnitude of information he was. And so it's about that. It is cause and effect. And I talk about that. And that book actually is one of the easiest ones to read because every chapter is different. So you don't have to read it like a book. You can say, well, she's dealing with grief. So what caused this and how did she deal with it? Dealing with cancer. So you could just choose to a chapter and say, I want to know what happened here and how it was dealt with and things like that. And that's what this book is about. And it was a release for me to understand why people come in and out of your life, and some people stay and some people go. Instead of blaming it, like, I didn't even do anything wrong and they left my life. And it was about learning why that happens. It was all those things.
That's like the phrase, people come into your life for a reason, a season, and what was the other one? Reason, season. There's three things.
I thought it was for a reason or a season.
For a season, for a reason, and a season. Well, I think there's three. Well, but yes, and I also like that you clarified that karma can be positive, because I think when you hear different phrases, karma's a bitch. I hate to say that, but that's the phrase that people say, karma's a bitch, meaning like, okay, you did something bad now to somebody, now you're getting your, you're getting your payback. Thank you.
Well,
and that's the way I think people, if you ask the majority of the people out there, what does karma mean? They'd say, it's payback. But you start out saying it can be positive or negative. It doesn't have to have that connotation of negative. And so I really like that you clarify that.
Thank you.
Because that's very important. I think karma can be, it's sort of, to me, it's like things happen for a reason.
Exactly.
And it, whether it's good, bad, mediocre, it's, So Joe, what do you think?
Me?
Yes, you.
Karma? Well, I don't know much about karma. I always try to have good karma. I don't like bad things to happen to me, so I just try to keep a smile and keep plugging away. But I just wanted to interject something there, Linda. What does it mean? So in my life, I've always felt like if I had a stumbling block in front of me, I usually got over that. But in my head, I could hear God saying, "Here you go." Like, everything that I ever wanted or took on, like if I lost a job, I knew I'd get another one because God's always saying, "Well, here you go." And I never even really have to apply to a job. They come to me. Isn't that weird?
No.
And I always hear God saying, "Well, here you go. Here's another path you're going to take." And so I never have any fear to go into something new because I always hear God in the back of my mind saying, well, here you go. You can do it. And another thing I always hear is, you can do hard things, So I, I don't know much about karma because I try to have good karma all the time. I don't know if that makes sense. I try to keep positive.
I do too, and that's the whole point of the show. It's to bring positivity to
Yeah.
LinkedIn and to bring
Yeah.
everyone who's watching, regardless of who my guests are, it's all about positivity. And the more we can help people out, the more we can spread joy. I had a joy person on yesterday, happiness, love, experiences. What you're sharing, Linda, are some of your experiences that you write about in your books. It's all at the end of the day to be positive. It's good karma. That's what we're about on LinkedIn, and that's what the purpose of the show is. And so I like, Jill, that you say I only focus on good karma. That's all I want to focus on too.
I try. I'm not going to
You do,
say
and you
I'm
bring that.
always, but yeah. But
So I
I
was
do
gonna,
work. I do work in a recovery center, and I did have a short discussion with one of the clients. He would always say, "Jill, you're the one that put 20 pounds on me," and I just,
Those
and
are
then
really good cook.
yeah, but he was like popping off all these negative things too, like kidding, but he was saying them out loud. And I told him, I said, all those things that you're saying to yourself, you're going to start believing them, because your mind goes that way. You have to start getting into the positive things that you do, and the good things that you do, not the bad things, because you keep dwelling on that. And that's, and so in my life, I try to just focus on, and I do have bad things in my life too, but I don't try to focus on them.
oh, not me.
You don't?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
But you know how you can either go into the realm of focusing on positive things and what you can do in a positive way. So that's the way I try to live. And I really enjoy working at a recovery center, because you're talking about hugs. I mean, I get 20 million hugs a day, and I
Oh,
love
that's
I love it.
lovely. That's nice.
Jill,
Yeah.
I have followed you, and you do good jobs just like that. And I believe that this job that you're at now is probably the best job that I've known you at, because
It's killing me, but I love it.
yeah, and you're feeding these people
Yeah.
fantastic dishes and food and healthy
Yeah.
food and healthy recipes, and you're sharing your light. And I think that's what it's all
Yeah.
about. You have a light about yourself. You have an
Thank you.
aura,
Thank you.
and it's a positive aura, and people see that, and that they see that on LinkedIn, and you
Thank you.
saw that in Linda, and that's why you brought us all together, because that's what it's all about. Is
Yeah.
life is hard enough, the world is challenging enough, especially today, and if you're going
It
to
really
post
is.
something, it is, and if you're going to post something on LinkedIn, it sure better be positive, because
Yeah.
I always say no negativity, positivity only. I have to be my cheerleader every day to keep myself going and be positive, because what I do is very difficult, and I'm in a bubble by myself. So I
Yeah.
totally believe in, hey, Debbie Downers, negative Nellies, go away. I can't have that. It's not a part of my realm.
That's good. I always
You
say
froze.
that.
Hey, Linda, what do you think?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, did you see that heart in the sky picture? That one blew me away. I saw like 3 hearts. Did you see all the hearts in that one
Was
picture?
it just recent? I haven't. I
Yeah, Steve Bowman posted or sent me a picture. It had 3 hearts. That one big white heart in the sky.
I did. I commented on that.
Yeah, there's some really incredible pictures people are sending.
And I noticed, I don't know if it's because I mentioned the formation of clouds that more people are sending in things. Look at the clouds, because I noticed before, maybe a year ago, nobody noticed what was in there. And it was just, whoa, look at the sun, it's bright. And I thought, but it's not just bright, it's messages and things like this. And so,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I looked deeper into that picture. There was 3 hearts.
I
Prominent
I
hearts.
haven't been I haven't been available for the last few days. Doing
So I want to ask both of you, we are a LinkedIn Live show. Because we all believe in positivity, Linda, I'll start with you. What tips can you give our viewers and our listeners on LinkedIn? Maybe 5 tips, and Jill, then I'll ask you this too. Ways to live a positive life that will help, no matter what your profession you're in. From your own experience, what would those 5 advice tips be?
I don't know if I can give you 5, but I can give you one thing that will solve all 5 or
Okay.
explain all 5. I believe that the journey that we walk on, it's about the steps, the strength and the steps we all take. Okay, it certainly is about moving forward, never backwards. But it's about the strength and the steps, the heart we carry, because we don't want to carry a heavy heart because you're not moving forward. So it's about the strength and the steps we take, the heart we carry, and the smile we wear.
That's a really nice
I love that. I agree.
message. I like that.
I don't know why, but I like doing hard things. I love seeing if I can accomplish things, and I love serving people. And I think we all are on our own individual path.
Oh, well, that's the truth. Yeah.
We keep freezing. You're frozen, Linda. Okay. I can't really say to Linda, this is, the thing that you should do. But am I frozen?
No.
Oh,
but neither of you are frozen from my perspective. Linda's just a little bit, her clarity is different than
I'm fading, aren't I?
You're fading a little bit.
Astrospurf.
Yeah, you guys keep.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So we have a couple minutes left. Is there anything, Linda, that I'm going to start with you, that you want to share with our viewers or listeners, either about your books, yourself, advice?
Let's see. I just believe that we should do everything with the intent for it to be for the highest good, always. And I am so grateful, Jill, to you and all the people on LinkedIn that tune into the Sunrise Sunset initiatives and have their comments and share their love with all of us too. And if it wasn't for you, Jill, nobody would know my name on LinkedIn anyway. And so I just support people, love them. Be who you are authentically. That's it.
Yep. Yeah.
Jill?
I was just going to interject that I've retired 3 times. And yeah, I always thought that fun was being retired, but it's really not. My purpose is serving people and being around people, and I didn't find happiness in being retired. I enjoy working. I enjoy working hard, and I think whatever you enjoy doing, that's what you should do. And even if it is working, I love working and cooking and serving others. So,
but it's really not working for you. It's serving.
I have so much fun here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when people call in sick, like somebody called in sick today, I don't mind coming to work because it's creative. I get to create things and make people happy. So,
right.
Yeah, you have to find your soul purpose and just.
I think that's so true. Find your once you know what your passion is, then you just walk the walk. It's easy if you're following your passion and living what your true intent is. It's the people that haven't figured out what their passion is or what their purpose is or what their intent is. Those are the people that are struggling. But once you know what it is, it's easy.
And
it's not easy.
Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself.
Yeah. It's not. I'm not saying the steps are easy, but it's easy to know that you're doing the right thing.
Right.
It's easy to trust yourself that this is what you're meant to do.
Yeah.
Linda, you knew early on that you had a gift. and that you wanted to share it. Maybe you didn't know that you wanted to share it, but you knew you got a gift. And so you're sharing your gifts with the world.
Thank you.
Jill, you have a gift in many different ways. You're a wonderful cook, and you also have just a kind-hearted. I know Jill just a little bit better than Linda. Linda, I know you have super gifts, gifts out of the ordinary, but you both have truly gifted me today, and I've learned a lot. I hope our listeners and our viewers on LinkedIn continue to follow Linda Lane. Link in with her. She's there. Follow Jill. Jill Sullivan posts a lot. Sometimes it's positive quotes, sometimes it's sunrises, sometimes it's just Jill posting a picture of something she made using Luvafoodie spices, usually.
Always.
Yeah, which
I
I
just
appreciate.
ordered some too. I can't wait for them to get here. I'm
I
almost
know.
done. Yeah.
The order just went into the co-packer, so but I really do appreciate you, Jill, and Linda. I
Thank you.
appreciate getting to know you and you taking the time today to share your books with us. And I have one question for you, Linda, before we go.
Mhm.
If somebody wants to only order one book and they're new to this whole learning aspect, which book do you recommend they start with?
I guess it depends on what they want the book for, what they're going through in their life. Like if they're dealing with grief and things like this, maybe Hugs from Heaven will be the source for them. But if they're dealing with illnesses and changes in lifestyle and all those kind of things, maybe it's the When Karma Knocks on Your Door. Strange Normal is really for those that what the heck is a psychic kind of thing. And
Okay.
so I think it depends on what you want of the book, what you want to learn and where your life is at.
Great. Well, thank you both for joining me today. We do have to wrap it up because we only have a short window where people will stay on and it's streaming. So I do appreciate both of you and thank you very much. And I will see both of you on LinkedIn.
Hey,
Thank you
thanks
both.
for having us.
Thanks,
Nice
Jill.
meeting you, Linda.
Nice to meet you too. Finally, we just keep chatting.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michelle. This has been a delight, and I'm just honored to be part of the Women of Substance here.
Thank you both. You both are truly wonderful women, and I'm blessed to have met both of you. And Jill, thank you again for the introduction to Linda, and this was your idea, so I thank you, Jill.
Bye, everybody on LinkedIn.
Bye.
Bye-bye.